Hope everyone is having a great Wednesday morning. I'm Blake Levine outside of Greenville High School, where last night the Greenville Public School District decided there will be no fall sports for the 2020 year. Well, the Gulf South Conference has decided that they are going to delay the start of fall sports, meaning that they are going to start their competitions either the last week of September or the first week of October. Now, this is a big deal because now teams are going to have to jumble up their schedules. And just a reminder, here are 3 tips to remember every time you work out in the heat. First, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Second, make sure you apply sunscreen on all the parts of your body that are not covered. And third, make sure you take frequent breaks. And what made Tanner Probst so appealing to Major League scouts is his ability to use his left arm and locate his hard fastball on the inside and outside of the plate. Now, with regards to football, which I'm here with Coach Jim Risen of Riverside, they will begin practice on August 17th and start games on September 4th. Now, Coach Risen, do you think that this was a good idea to delay the start of games by 2 weeks? So it was a really tough decision for the MHSAA to come to. It took them about 5 hours to finally come to that conclusion. But it looks like that we're going to have fall sports, although it's going to be a little delayed. Playing Trinity Christian isn't the only big thing for the Wildcats in 2020. For more than 60 years, they've played at Crumpton Field. But next year, plan on having a brand new stadium behind their school. That's going to set up DeAndre, the Giant Smith, who's going to get through the line, bobble the baby, cover it up, and take it to the crib.
I like that one.
For the 8-0 lead after they get the 2-point conversion. Transition, contact, conversion. Then check out the gesture here, telling the shorties to stay down. They're too small for him. Stay on the porch if you're not ready to run with the big dogs, who delivered on his promise with 27 points. This one never in doubt as Trey Benson gets the and one. Irish roll 64-43 to claim their first hoops title after winning the last 3 football crowns. We kick you off in the first quarter. IA up 3-0, but not for long. Beep, beep. Here comes the truck. Dylan Johnson running him over. 2-point conversion is good. 8-3 Irish, but back come those pesky Colonels. Start of the second quarter, same score. Thomas Putnam rolling out and finding DeAndre Hopkins. Leland Shelby in the L zone. Nice grab, kid. That's another score. Right, couldn't tell. 10-8 Colonels, but the floodgates would start to open. Next drive for St. Joe's. Mama, there goes that man again. DJ Dylan Johnson taking it up the right side. He's going to go 70-plus yards. That's the touchdown. Irish up 14-10. Rivalries in all sports. Ole Miss taking on Mississippi State, and history was made very early in this game. The very first play from scrimmage for Ole Miss. Quarterback John Rice Plumlee fakes the handoff and takes it upfield for himself for the 12-yard gain. That run takes Plumlee over 1,000 yards rushing this season. Plumlee becomes the first quarterback in Ole Miss history to have a 1K rushing season. Jumping to the third, game tied at 14, 3rd and 14 for Ole Miss at the 38 line, and Plumlee drops back, but he's sacked and he's stripped by Chauncey Rivers. Willie Gay Jr. picks it up, takes it the other way, tries to hand it off to a teammate. Dumb move, but they get the ball back. Great field position for the Bulldogs, and that ensuing possession, the Bulldogs going for it on 4th and 3 from the 33. A gutsy call, but Garrett Schrader, is up for it. Finds Derek Thomas for the 20-yard gain and the first down. That's a huge conversion for Mississippi State. Later in the drive, 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line. Schrader, he's going to take it in himself. That's a touchdown. Mississippi State leads 21-14. But this is a rivalry game, so we need some wackiness. So here we go. Ole Miss drives the whole field, 6 seconds left to tie. Matt Corral finds Elijah Moore for the touchdown. But Houston, we got a problem in Mississippi. You can't do what Moore just did there. The refs are going to flag that all day. The Rebels for unsportsmanlike conduct, so that's going to push back the extra point. 15 yards. You can't pretend to pee like a dog. That is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. But you wanted the wackiness. You see it to play one more time, and now you're going to see the extra point, which the Rebels are going to miss. So the Bulldogs are going to win this one in crazy fashion, 21-20, and they're going bowling. I'm here at Mississippi Valley State University, about to try out with the Delta Devils basketball team. I played a little basketball in high school, a little bit in college, and I currently still play a little bit of pickup. But let's see what I got, and let's see if this tryout goes well. I'm about to go get it. When I arrived on the floor for the tryout, I showed up in my old St. Monica Catholic High School Mariner practice jersey. Had to represent my LA roots, but new head coach Lindsey Hunter wasn't going to let that fly.
We just need you to,
I have to wear it?
And,
You don't like St. Monica's?
Nah, we're going to give you a good old Valley number 40.
So I had my uniform, my shoes on. Like any confident hooper, I needed to get warmed up, size up the competition, show them I mean business. I got a good shot, but driving the ball is my forte, and I was sure to let the Delta Devils players know.
I wouldn't come down there if I was you, but I mean, listen, that's what you do. I mean, listen, that's your bread and butter. Go and do that. I mean, it might be a hard time for you, though.
A hard time, sure thing. Put the ball in the hoop. It can't be that hard. I do it with the old men at the local gym all the time. After getting up enough shots and missing enough for the whole week, it was time for team warm-ups.
2 drills in and I'm already out of breath.
Valley basketball. I got this. No problem until I realized I actually had to play. Okay, they're big, they're fast, I can't guard anyone, can't score, but I know the team must love my spirit.
He definitely impressed me.
He work hard, he go hard. So.
He's doing good, he's in a little bad shape.
Mixed reviews, but there was only one man that needed to say yes, Coach Hunter.
He did a great job up until he got tired. I think, if he worked on his conditioning, a few more ball skills, he may have an opportunity. But right now, we just don't have anything for him.
Dreams shattered. I guess I need to go back to my day job at the Delta News. But there was one last thing to do. Channel my inner Woody Harrelson and dunk it home. Or maybe not. Till next time, I'm Blake Levine. From striking out the last hitter of a state championship, to pitching in college baseball, and now signing with a major league club. Seems like a normal path to the big leagues, but Tanner Probst will tell you it was anything but.
My story isn't, coming out of high school, hey, you're going to get drafted. It was a long road.
A road that started at Madison Ridgeland Academy in the Jackson area. Probst, mainly a center fielder and leadoff hitter, before adding pitching to his arsenal, joining the Patriots rotation his junior year and becoming a star his senior year.
Opened my eyes, was like, man, I really can do this thing, I think.
From there, Probst went to Louisiana Tech, where he spent 3 years, before making his way back to Mississippi to play for Delta State. But in between that transition is maybe where Probst got his name on the prospect board during summer ball for the Northwood League Dream Showcase in Minnesota.
That's kind of where I found my role. You yourself, and you have people helping you along the way, but you get to be yourself. You're your pitcher.
And what made Tanner Probst so appealing to Major League scouts is his ability to use his left arm and locate his hard fastball on the inside and outside of the plate.
His game is a dominant game. He's got a real heavy, hard fastball, that's anywhere from 92 to, 95. And he's got a hard slider that plays with that.
The lefty's skills noticed by several MLB teams, but Probst ultimately deciding to sign with the Colorado Rockies, a dream fulfilled, but one his pitching coach, Blake Matthews at Delta State, says he could see coming.
I can't sit here and tell you a day that he didn't show up at practice with a takeoff attitude. He came every day with the will to work hard and be better.
But what did it feel like to actually sign your name across the dotted line?
Well, I had a big grin on my face, but inside I really wanted to bust out in tears just because of the journey I've been through.
They say there's no crying in baseball, so I guess Probst had to hold it together.
My name is Sandy Wilson from Isola, Mississippi. I came here in '75, played football on a football scholarship, and then I hadn't left since.
If you walk through the campus of Mississippi Delta Community College during any part of the day or night, there's a good chance you would run into Sandy Wilson, the school's field and equipment manager.
I call it curating grass at Basic Ed.
Wilson has manned the athletic fields and equipment room for 42 years, although he says his love for grass and cutting it started years before he took the job.
This is part of my heritage. My grandmother started me out this type of work right here. It's just been instilled in me all my life.
Wilson's tireless work ethic, it doesn't go unnoticed.
People don't realize he's up here every weekend working even after hours. He would go on vacation, and basically what that meant was he wasn't coming in during the daytime.
I can tell you, Sandy probably slept many a night in this room right here, because the next day we were always doing something.
Current Trojans head football coach Jeff Tatum says it wouldn't be surprising if Sandy worked 84 hours a week during the football season, which is part of the reason Wilson's picture now sits in the MDCC Sports Hall of Fame. But the praise doesn't just stop on the Trojans campus.
Awards for Equipment Manager of the Year, for the regional, for the Mississippi State, for the regional, and the national.
Loved by the school, award-winning, and a work ethic that is unmatched.
Sandy's had bosses, but nobody's ever treated him as an employee because he's such a good guy working.
Loyalty, a true Trojan.
While the appreciation is endless from people who know Sandy Wilson, at the end of the day, it all comes back to the grass, the equipment room, and doing the job you're paid to do.
If you take a job, you do your best. If it's worth $20, but you only got $10, you still do your best for that. And that's basically what I do. I instill every morning. I wake up with that type of mentality.